That's pretty cool.
Okay, can you hear me?
Hello?
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Sorry.
Unauthorized. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital investigator
Okay, your
of
mic.
this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Prepare to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders
I
exclusively
totally
from
just lied to
Captain
this
Hawthorne.
bitch.
If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Okay, your mic.
Oh man.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new
Baby,
Captain's Identity cartridge.
what
Please
color would you
sign
say
your
my
terms
aura
at this
is?
zone. This cartridge identifies you, Alex
Yeah.
Hawthorne, as the rich
Do you want me to
type
give you
pretends
some
only the
colors
right
to
types
choose
are
from?
the unreliable. Do you understand?
A sky blue, a pale yellow, a light pink, a seafoam green, black, orange, a
Best of
lavender,
luck in your search for your power
off-white,
regulator. Try to
kind
stay
of
alive
like
this time.
a red wine red, a blood orange, a pale green, and a bright dark blue. That's what color my aura is. Oh, I thought I was. Are you? Oh, there we go.
Say,
You're at
this
the
wouldn't happen
store
to be
thing
your
now?
ship, would it?
Kind of?
Because you
Well,
sure
I'm a little
walked in it like
behind.
it
Now
was
you're
your ship.
outside.
And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
I like the graphics.
Damn, I don't know what to do. Kat, do I tell her I don't have a job? Do I lie to her? You've got it all wrong. I'm a starship safety inspector. She'll believe me. I know she will. And then, or I can just straight up try to attack her and kill her and her comrade. But then, they're like the police though. So like,
How about I don't have a job?
I'll waive your fee since
Be
you helped us with
honest.
those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the
good
constable down at
choice,
Edgewater.
Kat.
She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
So this is my shit. Dude, this game is so cool. This looks cool.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
I don't want to steal anything. Can I put my gun away? No, I guess not.
Had your rations yet?
How many can I choose from? Oh, I only get one because I'm up to 2. 50% more health sounds good. The carry capacity sounds really good too. 50% XP with companion. I don't have a companion yet, so. Vendor prices 20% down. Sprint seed. When I don't have any teammates, I do 25% more damage. That's good. But I feel like it's better to have teammates.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you? I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Oh, sit down, you. Sit. Oh.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to deal with this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Oh man, should I say that? What should I say, Kat? Tell me what I need to do, why. If you want me to solve your deserter problem, I'll charge by the head.
Tell me what I need to do.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go. And that
Hold
it's time her
on, give
band
me a
of deserters
second.
came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Should I trust this guy, Kat? 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 Where'd she go? Kat? Where'd she go? Where did Cat go? Guys? She's in party.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of... Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Cat. She's still not back?
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
On my way. I'm going. I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. Talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakunu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
That's cool. I might do that.
Yeah, huh? That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, and it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
You know where Cat went?
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Now I got her hammer. This is cool.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, a few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing. Go on. You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you, scanning you with its murderous oculars. Pray to the law that you never do. A mechanical never forgets the face of its enemy. First they will rob us of our jobs, and once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. I'll tell you what I can. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does. She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Hello?
Hello, welcome back.
Thank
Are you
you.
still watching?
Yes.
What is it?
Okay, I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Joe, are you here?
Yes.
I have to send you a message regarding Candace.
Oh, okay.
Baby, could I spam you with a bunch of pictures? I want you to take this little test. It's what's your tarot card? All right, baby, here's the first one. Rose quartz. Did you see the other page? Which one though? Do you want malachite then? Yeah, rose quartz. Pink? And then I'm gonna send you screenshots of these. Baby, go check out your Snapchat. You are? Which one is it? The wild unknown. There's another one incoming. Leaves? Okay. And then this is another long one with a bunch of quotes. I'm sending you this long one to chat.
Oh, that's
See who
Thompson.
you are?
Please follow me around before he left the cannery.
If you're hungry, there's
And then
meat
this is
turning
a
on the spit
two-part one
outside.
that I'm
If
sending
you're
you.
bearing illness, find a
Cool.
place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater,
It's not very
always
many.
keep
It'd
the
be
gates
easier if
open
you
to
were
let
here
you
so you
in.
could just scroll down.
Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Being from grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Rainbow?
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt?
This is
Sorry,
the
Lucy.
last one. What's your zodiac sign?
Such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you?
Do you want to know who you
I
got?
remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying
What's
long?
your tarot card?
You should try some of my tobaccorn tea.
The
I brew it
Lovers.
in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Do you want me to read you the description? You're someone who's very in touch with your emotions and beliefs. People can't help but notice how authentic you are. They find comfort in the fact that what they see is what they get and trust you easily. You might be a bit of an
The good
oversharer at
belongs
times,
to
but
us all.
you have an
Life
open
is
heart
the
and
gift
are
of
always
the
happy to
universe,
share it with
and the
others.
universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice. The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots. It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject. Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Cat,
Okay, I can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
what should I say here? So the big corporate guy wants me to lie to these people, and I want you to help me figure out what to say.
I'm still at the pause screen.
Pause screen.
Yeah, it says resume save game, load game, settings, and main menu.
I feel like that was a while ago.
Alright, let's hear it. What read? So, what is this asking?
Says, let's hear what Reed's idea of peace then. So she's asking me what Reed wants me to do with them. And he's a big corporate asshole, pretty much. And it says, you're living off the power that belongs to the town. Come back to Canary. That's about it. Reed asks you consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends. That's a lie. That would probably be a lie. I don't know which one to choose.
I'm stuck between the top one and the bottom one. Like, I
Down
wasn't
here?
really listening, or come back to the Canary. That's about it.
Like everything else that
Try
comes
this
out
one.
of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want chip parts, you ought to rip 'em out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery.
Should I do it, Cat?
Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'm a little behind you still.
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their
Which
lives
one are
away
you
at the
thinking about
cannery,
doing?
living off whatever
Oh,
scraps
never mind, you
Spacer's
chose.
choice throws them.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Man, all of these like options are so good.
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Oh, I want to help the
Just better
people,
listen
so
to
like
your conscience.
I'm gonna do that. It's just gonna be hard because I'm gonna have to fight a bunch of shit. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, where? Said I discovered a workbench, but I don't see one. Whatever. We have more fucking landmines? Oh. I just fucking died. Why do they have landmines there?
Oh gosh. It's so
What?
heavy.
What's the collector's bag get you? What are you talking about?
Baby, what? Baby?
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way?
Oh. I thought you said a commission for art.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off. Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions. Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. Scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day. Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Oh, get in here. Get in there.
Hey, I got time. Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Inside, on their own. Hero. Reverse it. Okay. There you go, baby. I'll leave it over here, please.
Mr. Acid.
Mr. Acid, bring me a
I only have
big...
$202. This thing costs $3,500. Look at that thing. It looks cool.
That had a lot of detail or whatever to it.
Alright, well, I guess I gotta go.
Come on, Mercy, get over here.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there? Get over here and eat. Here, I'll eat. Eat the others already? Alright, now lay down there and eat. I'm gonna park the cars.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Baby, check your cats.
We made it! Where are we headed? Here we go!
What do you think of this game, Cat?
I like the graphics.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, it's time to go in the building. Alright, let's get it. Wait. Is this the power plant I want to destroy?
Apparently there's PS4 games downstairs, so I'm gonna go see what's down there.
Okay. Yes.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. Look out! That's the last of them.
Hello?
Hello.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Thought I just opened the door. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
That's the last of them. Just 2 more.
Oh, I keep hitting the button.
No, just leave me alone.
Baby, which ring would you rather have, the honeycomb or the linked one? The diamond linked one?
Get away! Not real. Not real. No, just leave. No, just leave me alone.
Oh wait, there's a ladder over there.
Go away, Phantom. Get away! You're not real. You're not real.
Is that
Get
for
away
sure
from
the
me,
one you
Phantom.
want?
Shoot! Scram!
Out of all the rings I sent you? We just have to clean it. A lot.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write
Come
it
here,
down for
baby.
you. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
What'd you name the horse? Blue?
Mechanicals lost their bolts.
Yeah.
Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
what? How do I get there?
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Stop security.
That's the last of them.
Can upgrade the damage for it. Yeah, you get killed by alligators sometimes, Chloe.
Here they come.
I didn't know I could dodge.
The last. Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Don't worry about it. I'm barely listening to you. That's a thing you could say to this girl.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
What the fuck do I do?
Something you need?
I don't know what to do, Kat.
I don't know what you need to do either.
No, I know what I need to do. I don't know what to do. Do I cut off this corporation in Working City, or do I don't know.
What's the other option?
I kill the poor people and take their power?
Oh.
But they're both poor. It's just the one rich guy wants these people to go back into their town. He's like the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can fuck him over by stealing his power core. But like, she doesn't want me to do it. What do I do, Kat?
I really don't know. This is a hard one. Is the rich guy gonna fuck you over?
I don't know.
Quiet, Mercy.
I make bad choices as it is, so like...
I don't know what to do.
Baby, what should AK do?
So there's this big corporation dude that wants these people called deserters to come back to his town. They used to be, it's like a hardworking town, like factory and all that kind of stuff. And the people left because the work was way too bad and they don't want them to work anymore. So they left and made their own group and their own camp. And the choice is to divert power from one or to the other. Like, only one place is gonna have power, and I have to choose between the two. But the one is run by a mayor that's like super wealthy and stuff, and like kind of like a corporate dickhead. But like, I don't know if I should give him the power so that the people go back to him. But she's saying that they'll all die and they won't go back to him. So it's like, I kill all these people and they all move here, or I kill these people and they all move here. So like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, but which one? Rich or poor? Redirect power to... Fuck! Still a hard decision. No, it's like more like city and suburbs kind of thing, though. Do I make people move to the city, or do I make people stay in the suburbs? Why? Do I make people move to the city, or do I make people move to the... If I redirect the power to the city, the girl that is my companion will like me more. Because she works for them. What should I do, Kat?
Okay, so which is the suburb and which is the city? Well, there's a chance that you could be wanted for taking the city's power and making it the suburbs, but also being a good guy. But also, you could also get fucked over by the bad guy. Be a good person. I can't hear you, AK. You're muted. I can hear you through Chloe's mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. What should I do? Who should I give it the power to? The lab or the city? Cat?
Pick a number between 1 through 10.
Cat! 7.
You chose the lab.
I can't stop thinking of Outerworld, Captain. I'm glad the deserters aren't gonna be all riding on them now. What about the town? All those people.
It's gonna want me to go to read. Oh no. Probably gonna have to fight him. The person has no head.
Searching for unauthorized.
There's a lot of stuff in that box.
You're fast.
Just want to make sure I got everything. Alright. Bet there's probably gonna be people like right out here gonna try to kill me. You playing online, Chloe? Get him! What are you doing? Where's your horse?
Sister.
Baby, what do you think of... I heard you! What do you think of this ring?
That's the last of them.
You do? Would you wear it? Do you like that more than anything else I've sent you, or which one are you leaning towards? Or at least give me ideas as to which ones you like more. Which bee one, the honeycomb or the actual bee?
Oh, that's a bomb. Oh, there's a safe right here. Oh, look.
Easy.
You do like this game so far, though, Kat?
Yeah.
Would you want to watch Joe play it?
Sure.
I was gonna let him do a playthrough on it too.
Joe, are you here?
I haven't heard him in a while.
Joe!
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters, plague, marauders,
Nothing is more
desertion.
aggravating than when you can
Then you
hear a
walked
dog constantly licking
and I was
themselves
so
or the
damn sure our luck was
floor.
starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Did your dogs ever do that, AK? I can't hear you again. I can hear you through Chloe's mic, but
I said, what should I say to this man? Sorry, I forgot. I keep muting my mic because it keeps messing with my cord because it keeps annoying me. But when I mess with the cord, it usually makes the sound. So
would the city one be? Would that have been better
what?
if you
Probably.
chose to give it to the city? Damn it. It's not personal.
That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Apologies won't give us our lives back, but for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
Oh, I can't even.
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
Damn. I'll have to start from the beginning.
Yeah, huh?
I want to see how she's feeling about all this.
Are you calling your horse, baby?
Yeah, he's not showing up. I'm running after the outlaw, but I have no idea. Like barely working on that.
I really want to watch you and Chloe play Red Dead.
Just let me get to a good stopping point in this, and then I will. After I defeat these guards and take the core and get back to my ship, I'll play some Red Dead with Chloe.
Okay.
But where you at?
I have a grenade launcher, Cat.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's broken?
Alright, sis. Let's go.
I didn't see him. He's on horseback.
Can I only have 2 guns and 2 melee weapons? Probably.
What?
Oh my god, I'm pretty strong. course I steal from these people. None of this stuff's gonna matter to them.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Got my hands full at the moment. Make it quick, please. As a Spacer's Choice Constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals, even during times of unplanned crisis or unauthorized general chaos. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
The fish are so pretty from here, Chloe. I'm just looking at the fish and they're so pretty. They look like they're having a good time, the new fish. They're all staying together and I love it. All the new fish we got today, Cat, are staying together. They're different breeds of the same fish. And they all
Aww.
stay together. Yeah, it's cute.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed. Something you need?
This thing's cool. Oh, that hurt. There's fall damage in this game.
Baby, what do you think of that bee necklace? That was on Snapchat and it was earlier today.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so
Oh.
handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model?
Ah.
Gosh, listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
I love the graphics of this game.
Yeah, it looks really, really nice, Cat.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I
Okay,
can keep
you're
your
up.
ship singing.
What?
Okay.
And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too.
I just tell her no. Nah, I'm okay. I'm not interested. I would be glad.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
She's cute.
Yeah, she is. What? I don't know.
I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you,
I like her
Captain?
ship.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
I guess I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you.
I'm
Across
gonna
the
go
cargo
outside.
bay, up the ladders.
You want to go out for a smoke, you said?
Yeah.
Would everyone else be down? Chloe? My ship sure is pretty. I wonder if I can customize my ship and stuff. That'd be cool as fuck. Cat, see, so obviously this is a game where my actions have consequences, and I'll be able to do multiple playthroughs of this game, and maybe one I'll let you play as me, and you can go through a playthrough of this game.
Okay.
Let you make all your own decisions. Do I have any mods for my grenade launcher? I do. Oh, Cat, alright.
Yeah.
I just installed 2 mods.
Oh.
Now it has shock damage.
Ah. Okay, your mic.
No, fuck. Fucking my mic. I can upgrade them.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Should I take off or should I stay here and do some side quests? Cat?
Do you feel like doing side quests?
I don't know. I will.
What kind of side quests are there?
I can go hunt down that robot that the guy was telling me to.
Is he hard? I'm guessing he
I don't
is,
know.
right? Hmm.
Let's check my quest. Die robot. What?
I'm looking at this ring for Chloe. It's the one with the bee on it. And it says engraving option. No engraving, engraving Alex V, engraving Hobo, engraving Magic S, engraving Nimbus, engraving Thor, engraving times R.
Where is this bitch?
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Oh man, do I say that? Cat. Cat.
Yes?
Should I say this to her?
I'm not inside.
Oh, you already outside?
Yeah.
Oh, we should get scooting. Oh, you're good? My bad, Cat. I didn't know you went out already.
That's alright. I should have said something.
I'm gonna take a break real quick with you. There we
No
go.
sleepies.
I had no caffeine today.
Go get caffeine. Get some Dr. Peppers.
I just had one. I did have a little bit.
Okay, what does that say?
She talked about how Reed had medicine to save her son and he didn't use it on her, and he said that it would have been wasted on her son. So she said that she buried her son and then she moved out of that place. Should I say what happens now, or should I say hating that place won't bring your son back?
What happens? I'd go with what happens next.
Okay.
Time to come to look toward the future. Camp's gotta stay pure, though. Can't have corporate loyalists mixing with
Dream
us,
is
no matter
paused.
how desperate they
Or
may
loading.
be. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
I want to tell her I didn't do this for you. I'm trying to repair my ship, but I also don't want to be Reed's lackey.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board. You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined.
I don't want to be. Yeah. Never mind, you chose it.
Yeah, I did. Oh, let's see. What do I have left to do on this planet? Die robot? Should I go after that robot cat?
Yeah.
It's
This
in
is very
Edgewater.
fun.
Cat, if you click on your phone, like tap on it, and does it say on the video that it's negative a certain amount?
Where?
Like if you tap on the screen?
I'm on YouTube on PS4 and I don't see.
Oh.
that cannery. You must be very proud.
I thought you would be on your phone. Makes more sense for you to be on your PlayStation though.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to. Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the way.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
I don't reckon Jeremy understands the concept of trade.
Baby.
Spacer's Choice reminds all
I
colonists that
texted
serving
you.
the Spacer's Choice
Also,
family
check your
is
cats.
the highest possible reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved message.
Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Self-diagnostics initiated. Please do not disturb.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us. You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter. On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Gotta go grab this weapon.
big drinker, are you?
Oh god, that hurt.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig. There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson. I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module. If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of zero-G to your memory.
Welcome back. All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit?
Aha, there you are. Hail and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Elsa alive, so we can use it to a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
There's a lot of cool places we get to go to.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Wow.
That's not the point. This hack just knocked out one of my work.
I could buy this. LMG. Sawed-off shotgun. Shot cannon. Fire axe. Looks dangerous.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantine commode. Can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it.
Hey,
But what the
Jank.
hell? This year, impounding your ship
Oh, so Red
doesn't
Dead.
happen much. The
I
board knows we
need
don't
I
take
need
kindly
posse
to
members
interfering in our operations. If I had to take a
for
guess as to why,
jobs.
you must have riled up someone important.
Hmm?
You you take the starch out of them,
Have you started doing like
hear
any of the
complaints from me.
the
Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a
special trades, I guess? Like the
Wanda Dorset
trader
over at
or
sick bay? Tell her the shipment's
which
not
one
in
did you
yet.
choose?
It's not coming in anytime soon, or she'd be so obliged to
Both
get
of
off my
them?
ass.
There's three.
A handful of sand cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped
The trader?
listening when she started yelling.
Fucking, why do you have so much gold?
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I need gold because I only have like 2.
Fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
That's probably what got me. And then
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system
nothing.
passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the
But yeah, Chloe, there was a fucking, there were so many, not so many, but there was a good fucking amount of Mikus at that convention.
Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Mm-hmm. It was a convention in Louisville. Yeah. Don't worry, there's even more from, that was just one fucking booth. It was great, though.
Alright.
Oh, and they had some My Hero Academia voice actors there.
Be seeing you.
Yeah, fucking, a lot of the main characters or the important characters are like there. Well, one of them was the villain. There was no Bakugo and I was kind of fucking depressed.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Yeah, she was just here.
Well, she wasn't at, I guess at this one.
This is Halcyon News. We have a regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
There's so much fucking good shit there. Like, holy. Oh, I fucking took a picture with Oogie Boogie's voice actor, it's Oogie Boogie, and everybody took pictures with me because I'm that bitch now. No, because there's like 3 Oogie Boogies, right? One was store-bought, and it looked like ass. The second one was made like mine, but like his fucking proportions were off, and it was just like really weird to look at. And his face was stupid. And then there's mine, like chubby, weird looking fucking body. The face, noise, bugs in his mouth. I was proud of myself. Yeah.
Go back to Byzantium.
And now I'm gonna turn to
Yes.
Anna from Fire. I'm trying to do Ghoul Anna, like for pumpkin skin.
The Unreliable, a vessel
I'm trying to do that
previously
shit next.
helmed by one Alex Hawthorne.
Second into the costume contest, because my friend made Roadhog. She made a fucking bomb-ass Roadhog skin. Like, it's great. And she didn't win anything for it. I was kind of impressed. But that was all.
Baby, I text you.
Terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
I shot him.
You shouldn't do that.
Just kidding. An escape pod accident.
But that was all. I'm gonna go to bed. Bye. Hope everybody has a good night, week, and all that nonsense.
You too, Jank. Cat, do I lie to this man and tell him he got eaten alive, or do I tell him that he got crushed in an accident? Which is the truth?
I don't know.
Or should I tell him that he doesn't want to know the details? I'll tell him he doesn't want to know the
You're quite right,
details.
of course. Best not to pry into such dismal things. Fine. You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's... well, that's just... Oh, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Baby,
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go
guess
a
what?
long way. It's... well,
Thanks.
it's my white whale, I suppose.
Kesha's weird and wonderful rainbow ride. Kesha's rainbow cruise. So Kesha will be on a cruise performing,
It's fine. Really,
and it'll
it's
be
perfectly
Miami
fine.
to the
I
Bahamas.
understand. Now, if you've
It's
nothing
a
else, please see
4-night
yourself out.
cruise.
I'd like to drown myself in work.
Are you all smoking?
No.
Oh, it sounds like you are.
I kind of want to, but I also don't want to stop playing this.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene. I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving
Okay, what the fuck?
What?
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
I'm sending it to you guys. I sent it to you too, baby.
Well, I'm good at dialogue, so.
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
Take care, your mic.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how
Joe.
good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
It's
Those
only
have been the height of
11.
illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
What do you think of that tattoo, baby?
Do you know Edna, over in engineering?
I sent it to you
Sweet as
too,
a
AK,
pea, that
whenever
one.
you're done with that.
On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array.
Also, I can only hear you
Curious
through
thing
Chloe's
is,
mic.
it came from an outpost called Roseway.
Okay.
And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys. Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it just my glands acting up again?
What was I doing again?
Baby, you know those chicken buckets that you get from KFC? Some dude is filling his
How do you do?
bucket up
And
with
welcome to
pop.
the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest,
And
but
it's
folks
captioned,
never knew when to
Sir.
leave.
Sir?
Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
This is Halcyon News.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch with a galaxy and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Baby, you do not look horrible. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You look beautiful. You look like you're full of love. I said, just an illusion.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I guess, never mind then.
Hey, you got a second? Hey, we don't know each other yet, but I'm Felix Millstone.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle of a little discussion with the local authorities when you passed me by. I noticed your ship in port. Got to thinking you might be looking for some crew, so I wandered by, just to take a closer look. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion. Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a door held open while escaping enemy fire. In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang. I look forward to our adventures together. What do you think? Am I in?
Is he good? How about an interview? Yeah, the third one down.
Sure, an interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like. It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust? Maybe with a little cream on top? Classic. Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its
Perfect,
servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise. Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss. You're not going to regret this.
Yes.
Hail, Captain. Your return time is within 14% of the expected value. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
What? I don't know. You pick.
I used to hate math, but then I realized decimals have a point. Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
My pleasure, Captain. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I require a captain to pilot the ship. Without an identified captain or crew, I serve no purpose. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
Baby, I'm reading this really heartbreaking story. Because it was interesting. Because I wanted to see if this girl was sent to prison or something, because she abused her boyfriend at the time so much that he killed himself. She would and then what was it? Something manslaughter charges, and she pleaded not guilty. She's Asian.